We hope you had a chance to catch your breath and get some refreshments during our live intermission, because there will be no time to stop and breathe in this scramble matchup. We're looking at Mike Santiago. He is the most experienced in the land of prestige in the field that we're going to see here tonight. Santiago, a bit self-centered, a bit full of himself. He has that trusty flag by his side that is dedicated to, well, himself pretty much and nothing else. Well, we've seen Santiago in the ring with some of Prestige's best. Went one-on-one with Billy Gunn once upon a time. And Santiago's one of those guys, man. Give him that breakout opportunity. If he can pull out a win, the entire IWTV audience may be talking about Mike Santiago. But you can say that about everybody in this match. This is JAIDEN. This is the I believe, the youngest man in this matchup. He is 20 years of age, and do the math, folks. He's 20 years of age. He's a 7-year pro. He's been doing this since he was 13 years old, a native of Portland. You notice the roses on the gear, not only a tribute to the Roseland Theater, but also Portland known as the Rose City. JAIDEN has brought high intensity and high energy everywhere he's gone, and he's got an anime influence in his mentality that helps drive him forward in battle. I look at a guy like JAIDEN who could potentially steal the show here. But we got a lot more athletes to meet. An unstable sociopath through and through. Tyler Bateman looks at other human beings as maybe a piece of mail, something you'd receive in a box. He has the urge to just open you up and see what's inside. That insatiable curiosity may be quenched with multiple potential victims in this match. The guy that does it for the homies. You want to talk about starting young, Adrian Quest. He began training at age 11. He's been wrestling over a decade at this point. He is a multi-faceted merchandising machine. He's not just a wrestling star. He owns his own clothing line, the Bermuda line, that's been personally endorsed by the one and only Rocky Romero. Adrian's been successful all up and down the West Coast, and his best years are still well ahead of him. Adrian's somebody I've had my eye on for a couple of years. His dedication, his passion took him all the way across the country, Cleveland, Ohio, one of my welterweight wrestling pay-per-views last year. Okay, let's put this in perspective, guys. Something has happened to Andrew Everett. And I know we're all big fans of him, his high-flying nature, Chiva Kid, maybe Z&E, the Helms Dynasty with Trevor Lee and Shane Helms. He's done a lot of really cool things, but he is not himself. Many of you may know of, I believe it's called acromegaly, giant syndrome, giant's disease. Andrew Everett believes he's suffering from it. He believes that he is the second coming, maybe, the son of the legendary Andre the Giant. I don't know what's happened to make him think this, but talking to him in the back, he was promising choke slams. Hey, look who's back. Alex Zayne stepped up to the plate when Prestige Management said, we need an opponent for Puma King. We need somebody to kick off this live presentation the right way. Alex Zayne was at the front of the line looking for an opportunity, looking for a fight. And Alex Zayne has had a little over an hour to rest, but now he steps from one of the fastest rising luchadors to 5 of the fastest rising stars anywhere, of any style. Will the sauce and the body by Taco Bell have what it takes to go 2-0? And on that subject, someone who's fashionably late. Tony Deppen had some travel difficulties that prevented him from being here for opening contest, but Deppen seems to be making his presence known and inserting himself into our scramble. Okay. Told you he promised choke slams. So the 7'4" Andrew Everett, as if anybody would exaggerate their height in pro wrestling, but Andrew Everett claims to be a giant and claims to be dominant in this matchup. I guess it's like the old squash matches when Andre would wrestle 3 or 4 guys, but not so much. And I will do my best to follow this. I will apologize in advance. Adrian Quest with Tyler Bateman, center ring. Bermuda Clothing Line represented. Up the back of Jade, going to take down. I would say that Bateman has the size advantage, but if Everett heard me, he'd be angry. Twisting crossbody, nicely done. Adrian Quest. Adrian's one of those guys who, honestly, if he lived near a hotbed like a Chicago or Philadelphia, everybody would already know who he is. But Adrian has, oh no, here we go! Adrian's goozled! Adrian gets out of it. The homies were worried. Everett, now I've never seen a 7'4" guy do that, let alone 419 pounds. Now, Santiago is not humored. Everett is the only person that believes this, by the way. Except maybe, oh God! And that's what happens when you try to make a joke out of Mike Santiago. Alex Zayne comes fighting back. We'll see if the staying power and the stamina of, oh, look at JAIDEN! Youngest man in this matchup, second generation. He took his opposition over with swan-like grace, and oh gosh. Deppen brings a different dynamic to this matchup. We talked earlier about not being able to prepare for your opponents. We got 6 guys that had no idea Deppen was coming out here. Tyler Bateman, I think, welcomes another potential victim. Deppen may have needed another 3 beers to get ready for this. He won't remember anyway. Drop kick, here comes Adrian Quest back in. Quest picks his opportunity. And this matchup's so difficult, you have to neutralize 6 men at once to even attempt to win. And Deppen. We've seen a lot of snot-based mucus-style offense in this night. Deppen adds to the pile. Perhaps the literal pile. Deppen taken to the floor, Adrian Quest. We won't see what he's capable of. Everett. Andre chokeslam, but it doesn't pay off. Adrian Quest. Oh, look out! Bateman with that big frame. Flies to the outside, may have landed hard in his form, and Adrian soars! Check out the hang time on the man called Young Fuego. "23 years old, 10-plus year pro, Adrian Quest is special, and his best years are well ahead of him. Check out JAIDEN! I think this is JAIDEN's first time live across the world, and he's making the most of it. A man who's been in a number of prestige events, as has Santiago. The rest of the field looking to stand out and carve a new home. Here comes Deppen. Springboard senton. And the entire field gets wiped out. Deppen favoring that leg. He may have landed awkwardly, but certainly it was high risk but high return. Now Andre never dove, but he did catch people. Ouch. That Andre-sized hand maybe? I don't know. What? Andrew Everett soars. That must have been like early 70s Andre in his Japan tours. JAIDEN is up on his feet. He's the only one right now. Everett trying to stagger away, get some distance. And the fans showing their love to the Prestige brand for 2.5 years. It has reignited the Portland, Oregon wrestling scene. But where are we? Look out, Alex Zayne! I forgot about Zayne. And I think the other 6 did as well, but there's a stern and impactful reminder. Well, that's a whole new version of a stage dive from a guy who lived the punk rock mentality. Zayne being famous from coast to coast. He won over the GCW crowd. He's winning over Prestige. He's not winning over JAIDEN yet. And Everett caught JAIDEN. Will this work eventually? JAIDEN not going to let it. Andrew also wanted me to shout out his brother, Paul White. I'm not sure if that's... Oh, what is he doing? Incredible leg strength. Phenomenal body control. Zayne takes over 2 men in 1 rotation. Bateman in the ring with Quest now. Action is rapid fire. It's for the homies. He'll need every homie he can find. Standing shooting star. Bateman has been wiped out. Here comes Everett. Go behind. Quest hangs on. Enziguri connects. Andrew Everett, so graceful in everything he does. K-Brada, beautiful arch on the back. 2-0. Zayne with the interruption. Well, he didn't learn this from Andre, I'll tell you that. Everett going for the choke slam, but for the umpteenth time, did not pay off. JAIDEN channeling that anime spirit, rapid fire, fighting for all he's got. Springs in with a flatliner. Everett gets spiked, but Everett rolls to the floor. JAIDEN couldn't get the body in the center of the ring. Here's Mike Santiago. Discus forearm. JAIDEN is down to a knee and the roundhouse connects. Deppen back in. Springs off the bottom rope and now knee between the eyes. Takes away the vertical base. Drop kick sends Santiago reeling. Deppen, another man who's made headlines and been a buzz coast to coast. And you see the intensity of the striking game of Deppen, bringing a new dynamic to the scramble. Double knees and Santiago to the floor. And Quest with a knee. My gosh. JAIDEN and Quest, the 2 quickest in this matchup. Rapid fire strikes from all sides. Here comes Bateman. And that raw power, straight up impact. And JAIDEN went limp as soon as Bateman struck, but Zayne now neutralizes Bateman. Santiago takes out Zayne. Everett goes Pele. Everett is still looking for the elusive choke slam. Oh, Adrian Quest breaks off with the code breaker. That's the 40-ounce bounce, and it certainly set Everett bouncing. And it's JAIDEN. Look out. That's code blue, but a near fall. Bateman. Good grief. That corkscrew tombstone, but didn't have a chance to capitalize. That tombstone's called This Is a Kill, but it was not to be because the bodies keep interrupting. Just as one man is knocked down, another's ready to capitalize. Deppen got over with the pile driver. Deppen didn't have the momentum he wanted for, but he adjusted and he connected. Reverse Hurricane Rana by Everett. Deppen is out on his feet. Choke slam. Adrian Quest is choke slammed. Can he get Santiago up? He does. Whatever went loose in Everett's mind, it's working. He got Bateman. Sometimes the power of suggestion is a strong thing. Sometimes humans can lift cars when loved ones are trapped underneath. Sometimes Everett can choke slam men bigger than him when he believes he's 7'4". And folks, Andrew Everett has a posse, and it's here in Portland. A giant shooting star. But JAIDEN was elusive. Shining Wizard. If JAIDEN can pin him, that'll do it. But again, Everett escapes the fall. Here comes Zayne. Good grief. The pump handle. Into the driver. Taco driver. Does it again. He did it again. Zayne kicked this night off with a win over the fast-rising luchador Puma King. Zayne comes back later in the night and defeats 6 other men. We have seen Zayne's star rise throughout the summer, throughout this country. Zayne arrives in the Pacific Northwest, a man who was ready for opportunity, ready for a challenge, ready to step up and fight, and Zayne delivers. What a victory. He's defeated 7 men in one night, and yeah, JAIDEN deserves a hell of a lot of respect. I'm a fan of this young kid, JAIDEN, but how can you not be a fan of Zayne for what he has done this summer, what he has done tonight, and the things he will no doubt do in future events. A standing ovation, much deserved. I said earlier, it took him 14 years to become an overnight sensation. Zayne has truly arrived on the radar of anybody who's anybody here in professional wrestling.